Hey, John Mayfield with Global Real Estate School. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different than the NAR lawsuit that goes into effect on August 17th. It's actually something I thought was very interesting, and there have been two recent updated reports or new numbers that have come out. You don't see hardly anybody talking about this on the real estate scene. And one thing we do hear a lot about is there's a shortage of inventory, right? I think that may be about to change. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are and your comments because I heard both of these statistics today when I was driving to St. Louis on a news program I was listening to. And they really didn't dive into it very deeply, they just mentioned the numbers. So I want you to think about this because I believe the real estate market is going to explode. And I think if you haven't thought about getting your real estate license, you should. If you had a real estate license at one time and you gave up on it, you ought to reconsider getting back in the business. And here's the two statistics that I heard today. And it's not good news. And I really think the National Association of Realtors needs to put up a red flag that this, to me, I told my wife, and you're probably wondering what these two statistics are, but I told my wife, I said, to me, this is similar to weather experts who see a, a hurricane forming in the ocean and it's starting to move its way to shore. So here are the two statistics that I heard. Number one, today, credit card debt is the highest it's ever been. It's over $1 trillion. Huge number, up a huge percentage that it's the highest it's ever been. So think about that. Credit card debt is up dramatically. Number two, the second statistic is home equity line of credit or home equity loans are up at their highest level in years. Now, I did some research on this, and actually last year in 23, home equity lines of credit went up. And this year, they've gone up higher, the highest they've been in a long, long time. I've got my numbers on my phone, and I realized I left my phone downstairs, or I would read them to you, but you could go look it up. And so today I heard credit card debts off the chart for Americans. It's sad. And the average credit card carries like a 20 something percent interest rate. So think about that. Credit card debt's up the highest it's ever been. Home equity line loans are up the highest in years, which just tells me when we think about this hurricane brewing in the ocean, people are borrowing money. The people who got these low 2% interest rates, 2.1, 3%, they're in debt with credit card debt. So they're borrowing money against their low interest rate home loans because, hey, prices are up, right? So they're borrowing money to pay off credit card debt. Now, trust me, I've been in real estate 46 years, and I've experienced this myself. All you're doing is putting a Band-Aid on a bigger problem. And at some point, that train is going to run into the wall. So here's what I'm thinking, and I'd love your comments because I think it's a good conversation, and it's a conversation we need to be starting to think about as real estate professionals. Yes, the NAR lawsuit's a huge deal. However, are we going to be headed toward another 2008 when people are not going to be able to keep up with their mortgage payments or their home equity lines of credit or their credit cards? And all of these are up higher than they've ever been. And trust me, when you max your credit cards out and then you borrow on a home equity line, and this is what people are doing. I mean, you can read the tea leaves here, and they're paying off credit cards, but they're going to go right back and use those credit cards again. We've all seen that, okay? That's one of the things I wish they would teach our high school students more is, stay away from credit card debt. But what happens when these homeowners, and I get it, not all of them are homeowners, but if there's more home equity lines being used today than ever before, you got a lot of people that their credit cards are maxed out. They've borrowed all of the equity out of their home. Their next resort is to sell. And if they can't sell, they're going to probably be faced with short sales or foreclosures, just like what happened in 2008. The real scary thing here is that housing prices have gone up so crazy wild. In my area, it's just absolutely mind-boggling to see how quickly houses have appreciated. When this domino effect starts, or when this hurricane starts to hit, housing prices are going to fall. Banks are going to start, calling these notes due. And I think personally, we're going to see a huge glut of homes on the market. You're going to see a lot of properties that are going to be bank foreclosures at rock bottom prices. It's kind of scary to think about this, and I'm not claiming gloom and doom, but there's going to have to be some kind of a correction. And we just have this we have this perfect recipe this for a storm right now. When credit card debt is off the chart like it is, the highest it's ever been in our nation's history, and home equity loans are up higher than they've been in years, to me I just think there is a hurricane brewing, and some major things will be happening. So what's that mean for us? It means we need to be prepared. You need to, first of all, you need to be listening to the right book. So, I mean, there's some great books I listen to by Joseph Murphy and Catherine Ponder and some of these old time folks who remind me that, God is the source of my supply, and that supply is mine now. We need to stay positive, but we need to be good stewards of our money. And as real estate professionals, we need to understand that there's going to be a lot more stuff to be helping people with than figuring out how all of this NAR stuff. We're going to have to be helping people like we did in 2008, stay encouraged, figure out how they can sell their properties and get paid off and get some of this turned around. So I don't know. I heard that today and I thought, wow, there's some big things happening out there, and we need to be ready and we need to be prepared. And I think those of us who stay in the real estate market, there's going to be some great, I'm preaching gloom and doom, and I don't mean to do that. I've gone through lots of storms in my real estate career for 46 years, and there's always opportunities, whatever market I've been in. And so just understand there will be, I think, a correction in the near future. When that will be, I have no idea. But just a couple of indicators that we need to look out for. I'd love for Lawrence Yoon to comment on what NAR's thoughts are on credit card debt and home equity loans that are being taken out, and what that could mean for the real estate industry. I think keep your credit scores up and keep saving some money. I think there's going to be some opportunities there, unfortunate opportunities, but they're going to be out there, and somebody's going to purchase these properties. And so anyway, I'll be watching for your comments and see. You may think I'm a nutcase. I don't know. I've been around a while. I've seen these things kind of go up and down, and I kept predicting back in 2006 and 2005 and 6, and my real estate agents who work for me can tell you that I thought we were heading right for a brick wall, and we did not long after that. I think the same thing's happening right now. So anyway, I'll quit rambling. I'm going to go to bed. As you can see, it's dark out. Anyway, talk to you later. Don't forget, Global Real Estate School. Now is a great time to get your license. I think some big things are getting ready to happen in our industry. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.